Tell me your name, a bit about yourself, where you come from, what do you do?
My name's Anne. I'm a 54-year-old grandmother and mother, and I live in Ayrshire, Scotland, and I am a co-owner of a coffee shop and outside catering company.
Fabulous. And tell us a bit about where you were before you started working with us and your journey to finding us, please.
Just really entering into lockdown number 2, and in the middle of January, after the usual Christmas and New Year binging, reached the lowest of the low. I was 11 stone, 11 and a half pounds. I'm only about 5'2", used to be 5'4", and I was really, really big and very fat and very unhealthy. And I found Emma on Facebook and decided to take the plunge. After doing the 5-day challenge, I lost £5.
What had you done before then? Because you had tried lots of things, hadn't you?
I've just perpetually been on diets, Scottish slimmers, cutting down myself. I mean, I was thinking I was being good, I would compensate or try my hardest at exercising. I tried CrossFit for a few years. I've always exercised, but I was, as you told me previously, you can't out-exercise a bad diet, which I was trying to do, and I wasn't getting anywhere.
Okay. So it was just that continuous cycle of restriction, binging, and the same with exercise. Okay. So now I'll let you say what you were about to say. What have you achieved since joining with us and in what time frame?
Well, I'm now at the end of stage 2, so I joined in the middle of January. It's now the middle of July nearly, and I've lost 34 and a quarter pounds and 32 inches. So I've come down from like 16, 18 to a 10 to 12.
You're not a 10 to 12, you're a comfortable 10. A comfortable 10, absolutely. So amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. What have you enjoyed the most?
I've enjoyed the whole process. I think because I was in lockdown, because you know what it's like when you're a busy working woman and whatever, you think, oh, I've not got time for this. And at the beginning it was a bit overwhelming, to be honest, with the writing your future self and documenting everything and tracking everything in MyFitnessPal, and it was a revelation to me as well that who knew you were supposed to protein every meal after dieting for 30 odd years. A revelation. Eating carbs, eating what I wanted to eat as long as I tracked it. I could have a cheat night once a week if I wanted. I could have a wee drink. I could have my Haribo, which is my weakness.
Yeah.
I still tracked it. And then being accountable, knowing that at the beginning I had a weekly call with you, kind of like the godfather of EMW. And I was terrified to come on to tell you that if I'd put on weight or I'd been really bad for a few days, so I wouldn't have done that. So being held accountable every week was a winner for me, one-to-one. And you obviously shared a lot of my downs as well as my ups and my angst. But I've enjoyed the whole process and learned every week.
And you've worked on a lot of your anxieties as well, haven't you? And that's an ongoing journey.
Yes. The future self, to me, that was like a piece of nonsense at the beginning, but I did
Remember?
Writing down what I thought of myself was agonising. Being good to myself was agonising, but I did it and still doing it. Keep my wee journal, go to it if I've got time. That's my bedtime reading now. My future self, either read it in the morning, it sets me up for the day, and I've actually practically memorised it now. And always thinking about what Emma told me, if anything's hard in the gym, I'm outstanding, I'm wonderful, I'm awesome, I'm powerful, I'm strong. That keeps you going. When you think your last rep and your last set, you just think of that and you keep going.
Yes! Okay. What would you say to anyone thinking of working with us here at Team EMW?
I know it's expensive, and I got at the thought of it. I was ill for 3 days, but honestly it's the best thing I've ever done. So much so that I did it again for another 12 weeks. It wasn't as expensive, but you know, and I thoroughly enjoyed, and I feel as if I've got the confidence and the knowledge and the training and the mindset to keep going now myself. I'll miss you guys, and I know you're there if I need you again.
100% there, here if we need you, and we always want to hear from you, always, always. Can I just ask, with the expensive, now that you've done it, was it worth it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you break it down, the grand scheme of things, what you're going to waste at Weight Watchers and Scottish Slimmers and buying all the junk that you think will help, and going to the gym and maybe what you pay for trainers and things, if you're not doing it right to start with, you know, it's a waste of money. Whereas with this, because you're paying so much, you will give it 100%, or you should give it 100%, and the process does work. It really does.
Super.
You're worth your weight in gold.
Oh, you're worth your weight in gold.